just so busy because she's, you know, accomplishing all her dreams right now. She just did Othello. So, I mean, she's just really busy. She's always on the go.
Riley Burruss finally said what many viewers have quietly noticed for years, but never expected her to confirm so plainly. Her recent appearance on a podcast opened a door people didn't even realize she would ever unlock. During the interview, she spoke honestly about what it was really like being raised as the daughter of Kandi Burruss, one of the most recognizable faces from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. From the outside, their relationship looked polished. People saw the expensive lifestyle, the opportunities, the glamorous TV moments. But Riley's new words show a different reality, one she kept hidden for a long time. She explained that for years, she felt more like a piece of her mother's public image than an actual daughter. Anyone who has followed RHOA remembers how Riley appeared on screen. She was often quiet, reserved, distant. Most assumed she was simply shy or didn't enjoy being filmed.
She's like, okay, Riley, here's my advice. Here's what happened when I was doing it. You know, take this as you may.
But now, with her new comments, Riley says that wasn't the reason at all. She didn't feel like she had the space to be herself. She felt like she had to play a role. Riley said she often felt like a background prop, expected to smile at the right moment, look presentable for certain scenes, and stand beside her mother in a way that fit the brand, not her personality. She described the pressure of appearing cute or polished, not because she wanted to, but because it was part of maintaining her mother's image. She learned early that there was a difference between living life and performing it. That's what shocked people the most. When a child begins to see themselves as a brand accessory rather than a loved family member, it affects them deeply. Riley's comments sent fans back to old episodes. Many viewers suddenly saw things differently. The quiet expression on her face.
She was growing up on TV. It wasn't really about her, so you just saw her here and there. But now this show is like literally about her and the other kids, with the young people on the show. And I think that's letting her realize, oh, okay, that means I really got to get my life together because y'all actually paying attention now.
The long silences, the scenes where she barely reacted, they now looked less like teenage moodiness and more like emotional restraint. Then Riley shifted the conversation to her father, Russell Block Spencer, a figure viewers already knew was barely present. Kandi has spoken openly about trying to encourage him to take responsibility, but Riley introduced a new layer. She said her father wasn't there, but she also said something even more striking. Sometimes the parent who is present can still make you feel invisible. That statement changed the tone completely. She clarified that her pain didn't come only from the parent who was missing. Some of the hurt came from the parent who was present but not available in the way she needed. That hit people deeply because it revealed a truth many children experience but rarely say out loud. Presence and connection are not the same thing.
You're the minority, and it's okay. You have learned how to, make friends in all different circles from all walks of life, and that's one thing that I'm proud of you about, and you're not afraid to speak up for yourself, which you should not be. He's gonna have to learn to deal with Black women, and if this is his first lesson, then let that be it.
Riley also addressed something many children of famous parents silently deal with: being surrounded by comfort but lacking emotional warmth. She said money doesn't heal emotional wounds. She had the best schools, designer clothes, dream vacations, and endless opportunities, but none of those filled the emotional gap she felt growing up. She needed more than gifts. She needed attention. She needed someone who slowed down long enough to understand her feelings. Her most powerful line was, "I needed more than trips and presents. I needed a mother who could slow down and see me." That raw honesty caught people's attention because it wasn't disrespectful or hateful. It was simply the truth from her perspective. Riley didn't speak with bitterness. She didn't insult her mother. She didn't present herself as resentful. She spoke calmly, clearly, and respectfully.
Miss Candy Burruss, and people might remember me from Real Housewives of Atlanta as a kid.
She wasn't seeking attention. She was releasing years of unspoken emotions. That authenticity is why so many people believed her immediately. After the interview spread online, viewers waited to see how Candy would respond. Eventually, she went live on Instagram, but the way she handled it left people with mixed feelings. She never mentioned Riley directly, but her words were clearly addressing the situation. She talked about how hard it is to be a parent while working nonstop to provide a better life. She said she tried her best and may have missed certain moments, but she wanted her children to have everything she never had. Her tone wasn't angry, but it wasn't open either. It felt defensive, like she was protecting her reputation rather than acknowledging Riley's emotional pain. Fans quickly noticed this. One comment stood out, saying, "Riley said gifts weren't enough, and your response is basically, 'Look at what I gave you.'" People began examining the way Candy spoke. Her voice sounded tight. Her posture looked guarded. Many fans felt she wasn't taking accountability, and instead, she was focusing on her efforts rather than Riley's experience. After that, fans began digging through old clips from the show and social media. The more they found, the more everything Riley said started to make sense. One scene was Riley's emotional send-off when she left for college. Candy cried and talked about how proud she was, but Riley barely spoke. At the time, everyone assumed she simply wasn't expressive. Now, people see it as emotional distance. Another moment that resurfaced was a YouTube Q&A from 2021. Candy joked that Riley didn't like hugs and rarely said "I love you." Back then, the viewers laughed along, but now that scene feels sad. Riley wasn't cold, she was guarded. Her emotional walls were up long before she left for school. Fans also pointed out how Riley often avoided reunion episodes, even when the conversations directly involved her. And when she did appear, she barely participated. Those moments suddenly carried new meaning. Then, right when things were heating up, Phaedra Parks stepped into the conversation. She didn't say anyone's name, but her words were clearly directed at the situation. She said it was interesting to see women present themselves as perfect mothers for television while ignoring emotional care behind the scenes. Her comment added even more tension. Not long after, a former RHOA production assistant posted a TikTok that went viral. She claimed she had seen Riley backstage alone many times while Candy was busy with interviews. She said Riley didn't complain or demand attention. She simply waited by herself, quietly scrolling through her phone. That story aligned with everything Riley recently described. As all of this circulated, people, especially within the Black community, began having deeper conversations. Many viewers said Riley's experience was familiar. They talked about how Black mothers are often encouraged to be strong, hardworking, and resilient, but sometimes that strength leaves little room for softness or emotional connection. The belief that providing financially is the most important form of love can create emotional gaps. Riley's story made people question what it truly means to be a good parent. Is it giving your child everything you never had, or listening when they're silently hurting? Many daughters raised in high-pressure homes said Riley gave voice to feelings they've carried quietly for years. Just as the conversation started to settle, an anonymous message began spreading online. It claimed to be from one of Riley's former teachers. The message wasn't dramatic. It didn't accuse anyone of wrongdoing. It simply said Riley often seemed overwhelmed emotionally. She wasn't acting out or misbehaving. She just looked heavy, like she was carrying more than a child should have to. That message matched everything viewers were seeing. The quietness, the distance, the uncomfortable smile, all the signs were there. People simply didn't understand them before. Riley's interview wasn't a moment of revenge. It was a moment of truth. She didn't attack, she didn't embarrass anyone. She shared her story so she could finally express emotions she buried for years. Her words created a discussion many weren't ready for, but it's a discussion that needed to happen. Condi's response did not resolve anything. It left unanswered questions and lingering tension. What happens next is unclear. What is clear, though, is that Riley's voice finally matters, and she finally feels brave enough to use it. Now, the real question is, was Riley wrong for speaking her truth? Or was this her first opportunity to finally be heard? That's the full story, and it's deeper than anyone expected. Was Riley wrong for speaking out, or was this her truth to tell? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more.